Hey guys, it's me again. This is my second video. I just got my hair done, and not that you can probably tell in this really crappy lighting, but it's actually significantly lighter and a lot less yellow, and it's got some silver through here. I'm excited to see because the silver is supposed to the gray is supposed to kind of fade out the next few days and get really kind of platinum looking. So I'm excited to see what happens. So I've been thinking about what to share next, and people are always asking me about my hair. Hair's kind of my thing. I use a bunch of different products. Not all the time, but I like playing around. I like trying new stuff, finding good deals, things like that. So today, I thought I would share some of my favorite hair care products with you. The best. There's tons out there. I've got loads, and I'm open to trying new things. I love all kinds of products, that apply towards my hair type. Because you can't use everything, because not everything's made for your specific hair type. Like, I'm not going to use curl, scrunch stuff, or anything that's really for curly hair, because I don't have naturally curly hair. So it wouldn't work on me. It's really, I think that's a myth. A lot of people are like, oh, use this and it'll make you have curly hair. But it really doesn't. It helps accentuate your natural curls, and it helps those. So keep that in mind. Some of my favorite products, they're actually really affordable, which is great because you can find them pretty much anywhere. Walmart, Target, anywhere that sells basic hair care products. So the first things I'm going to talk about is one of my newer discoveries. I just found it probably a couple months ago, and it has quickly become my favorite thing ever. This, which for some people out there, dry shampoo. So when the whole idea of dry shampoo first came out, I was like, that's weird. I don't believe it. Like, there's no way you just spray this in your hair and all of a sudden your hair is not greasy. Doesn't make any sense. But me being me, I love trying new stuff, so I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I tried it a long time ago with some different, because like every brand has their own version of a dry shampoo, and they are not all the same. Just the heads up, because I've tried several different kinds, and I definitely have a favorite, this being that. It's Batiste. You can, like I said, it's like $4.96 at Walmart, I think. You can get it Target, Walmart, CVS, bunch of places, and they have different scents. I just get the original because I don't necessarily want my head smelling tropical, because it doesn't mix with the scent of my other hair care products. So this, for those who don't know what dry shampoo is, if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it, because what you do is when your hair, like after a few days it gets greasy, or if you play with it a lot, if you're a naturally fidgety person with your hair, I am. As you can tell, I've already done this about 1 billion times in this video. I play with my hair a lot and not even realize it. I have to wear a headset at work, so I'm constantly adjusting my headset or taking it off and putting it on, and every time you play with your hair or run your fingers through it, it gets dirty and it gets greasier from your natural scalp oils, which are actually good for your hair. A lot of people, I can't stand my hair greasy because it just makes me feel dirty and I don't like it. However, it is not healthy to wash your hair every day. There are people that shower like several times a day, and I don't understand that, because it's really bad for your hair. It's actually good for your hair to extract those natural oils and get to do that every now and then. So this is okay. But when that happens, this is what to use. Hey, Jennifer! Oh my gosh, I miss you. I haven't seen you in forever. Hi. I don't know if you can see me because I'm new to this, but if you can, I love you. I think you're awesome, and I miss you. Anyway, back to what I was saying. This stuff is a dream. I've tried different brands. I've tried Suave was the initial brand. I've tried Tresemme. I've tried a couple of different kinds. I know Suave has got like 4 different kinds depending on, if you want argan oil or keratin or whatever. And I've tried them all, but this is definitely my favorite. I'm not going to use it now just because I just got my hair done, so it's not dirty and there's no need for it. But I love it. So what you do is when your hair gets kind of greasy and you need to, if you've played with it a lot and it's not like you need to take a whole shower, you just kind of need a touch up, it's a great freshener. So what you do is in the parts of your hair, usually towards your scalp, most of the time it's where your part is, or like by your ears or where you like tuck. That tends to be the greasier spots, unless you have naturally oily hair, in which case you might need it in more areas. But you spray, so what you do is you take the lid off. I'm not going to do it. But you spray it, you hold it probably, I don't know, like 10 inches. I think the bottle says 8 to 10 inches away from your face. I don't obviously measure. I just kind of hold it out a little bit. And you spray just a few sprays on the spots that are greasy. Like I usually do my part along my scalp line, and then maybe under here where I tend to play a lot. And then you let it sit for a second. The bottle tells you what to do. It's got step 1, 2, 3 on the back. I actually let it sit for a second before I do these. I've noticed it works better. So I let it sit for a minute, and then you kind of take your fingers and just massage it real quick. Don't do too much because again, you're playing with it, so you don't want it to not work. So I just massage it a little bit, let it sit for a second, and then you brush it. You can use a comb or a brush, whatever. And you brush it, and it helps kind of remove some of that oil from your hair, and so it looks like, oh hey, I just blew dry my hair, or I touched it up, and that helps loads, especially if you like worked all day and you have to go to an event and you don't have time to like take a full shower and blow dry your hair and blah 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 blah. Because while I have short hair, I have a lot of hair. It's very thick, and I don't have time. It takes me forever to blow dry my hair. I never blow dry my hair because I'm a night showerer, so that way I can let it air dry, because the less heat I apply to my hair, the better. It's healthier. I do it, obviously, I straighten my hair and I curl my hair, and I love doing all of that stuff. But I figure if I can avoid blow drying it, it's one less thing I'm doing to my hair. So I try really hard to take care of it. This is product number 1. Definitely recommend trying it. It is, even the lid says 96% recommended, because that's how awesome it is. This is what made me try it, because I was like, we'll see. And it's only $5, so it's worth a shot. Definitely worth it. Especially if you're crazy busy, like my friend Jennifer here. She was on vacation. Oh, I'm jealous. Man. Okay. The next product is hairsprays. Now, people are like, it's just hairspray. Hairspray's hairspray. Not true. That's a lie. Don't be deceived. However, I think paying, in general, I shouldn't say that. Hairspray is pretty much hairspray, but there's different strengths. And I have 3 different ones that I'm going to show you, but like this, like all the different brands, the hairspray is pretty much the same. You just find one that you like with a strength that you like. So if there's one particular brand you like really love, you can use it. It's going to be the same as the other brands. You just kind of find one that has strength, unless the bottle specifies that it has something else, or it's for specifically curly hair or whatever, then that'll make a difference. This is the first one. This is what I like to call like an everyday use. This is Suave. Again, super cheap. It's like one of the cheapest brands you can buy. And people are like, no, it's not good because it's cheap. But that's a lie. Do not be deceived. Look at the ingredients. A lot of times they're the same. So, Suave. This is the touchable finish. They all have numbers across the bottom. A lot of the Suave, and I'll show you, here's the other one I'm going to show you in a minute. Like, it's also Suave, it's a bigger bottle, but it has a number 8 on it. This means it's a stronger hold. This is a 2. It's really tiny here, so you can't see it. But this is a 2, so it's really lightweight hold. That's why it says touchable finish, because you can spray it, and you can still run your fingers through it. It's not like crunchy like your hair gets when you spray too much hairspray on. This one is fantastic, like everyday kind of use. Not if you're doing something fancy, but just as a nice finish to kind of like defrizz out your hair, or just to kind of like, if you get this one piece of bang like I do that like doesn't want to stay in place, it helps that I can just like spray and do this with my fingers, and it works, and it'll stay for the day. But it's not hard and crunchy, and because I'm not doing some fancy updo, you know, I don't need something to be really stiff and super hold. Just something to kind of keep it out of my face and kind of flatten it and defrizz some areas. This is a good one for that. Anything lightweight, it says lightweight hold on here, touchable finish. $2. I think it's $2.98 is the actual price. super cheap. It's great. This, again, also Suave, but this is the max holds. They go up to a 10, actually. 10 is the highest, but this is an 8. Again, I think this cost me like $1.98. maybe $2.98. Nothing super expensive. This is what this is equivalent to like the 80s like Aquanet, if you remember that. I totally remember in like early 90s and my mom like getting my bangs like all Farrah Fawcett, like spraying on her Aquanet, back when that was cool. But this is equivalent to that. It's pretty strong. It gets very stiff and it lasts forever. The good thing about most hairsprays is that unless it's like super heavy duty, like glue, like hairspray, you can brush it out. So you put it in and it's super hold, and then at the end of the night when you're taking all your pins and your hair out, you can just brush it. And if you're like me, where you don't just go like brush, but you like significantly take your time to brush your hair, it'll brush right out, and hold you over until you can, take a shower. A trick, just a tip, in case you want to use it. If you do that at night, if you wear hairspray, and then at the end of the night you like brush your hair out, instead of, it actually works next day, like the next morning when you fix your hair, that leftover hairspray actually will hold a regular style pretty well, and then it's not as stiff and crunchy. I've noticed that's the case. I tend to love next day hair more than actual day of hair, and I don't know why, I just do. I like all the different styles. So this is the second one. Again, they've got a bunch of numbers in between. It goes up to 10, but this is the other one I have and I really like it. I try to have a range depending on what I'm doing with my hair, because some things is harder for my hair to hold, and other things my hair has no problem holding. So then I have to use a little bit stronger hairspray. This third one, I've only used a handful of times, and I love trying different brands, which is really the reason I got this, not because I needed hairspray. It is a mega volume super firm hairspray. It's by Rock Your Hair, and it's a fun bottle, which, let's face it, ladies, we do tend to be drawn towards pretty bottles and shiny things. And they have some blingage, which I'm all for. This is super firm, mega volumizing. This is great if you're doing, I've noticed this is even, like, that would probably be even stronger than the 10 of this. So, like, this is stronger than this, probably by, probably in a couple of numbers, 10, 11 maybe. It's pretty strong. This is great if you like the funky styles and you like spike up your hair and you do mohawks. Even for guys, like, I know it's a girly pink bottle, but it's fantastic. So if you do all that kind of stuff and you mess with it, this is the thing to go. This is great for updos if you have like events and you have to, like, weddings or proms or dances or just like a special occasion. It's great. It's also great if you just like to get funky. And do you remember when the poof, this came into style and people used to poof it up? This helps with that because you just spray a little bit. If you hold up a section of your hair, we'll do some tutorials of how to do different things, but I feel like most people know how to do this, so I'll briefly go over it. But you take like a front section of your hair. I actually start in the back. That's a lie. I lied. So if you take up this like back section and you just spray the back half of the hair a little bit, not a lot, not super close because you don't want it to be like wet, but and then you take a comb and you kind of nat it a little bit, and then you go to the section in front and do the same thing, and you can kind of comb it together. This hairspray, because it's super volume and stiff, it'll help give that poof without your hair all falling apart. See how my hair right now has no product, so it's got no support. With the hairspray, you can smooth it out and it'll have a nice poof that's not going to flatten, the hairs aren't going to fall out, you're not going to have that problem. There you go. So here's your 3. You have 3 different styles, types. Again, there's a billion different brands. They're all just as good, I'm sure. These are just the 3 that I really like and have and mess with. I ended up getting this because I like to try different brands and I had never heard of it before. And it was on like a random clearance, and I think I paid like $5 for it, and it's normally $20 bottle of Hairspray. So I'm all for some clearance and some discounts to try some fancy products. It's nice. Next, let's see, what do we do next? Okay, next. Again, we're still in the cheap. I have brand name stuff too, but I thought I would go with the affordable, easy, like you could go out and buy tomorrow if you really needed to try something new. So, these are a few. These are my, what I call my styling stuff. It's my styling hair products. All of them are Suave. I'm a big fan of the Suave Professionals line, which is what all of these are, the Suave Professionals. You know, they came out with those new commercials, like, in the salon, and they're using all Suave products, because a lot of people assume Suave is not good because it's cheap. And so it's not good quality, and it doesn't do as well as maybe the other brands do. But this line has quickly become one of my favorite things, because it really is fantastic. So these all, it may look the same, but they all have their different purpose. This one is Keratin Infusion. Now, keratin is fantastic for your hair. This is a serum, or it's a smooth and shine serum for frizzy, unmanageable hair. Now, for the most part, my hair is pretty manageable. I don't really have the on occasion, I have days where it's like frizzy and it just doesn't, you know, hates me like everybody. But I really love the Keratin Infusion. It gives a nice shine, it gives a nice gloss. Not to mention it's just really good for your hair. And because I like to color my hair a lot, I like to change it up. Anything that I can do to kind of help strengthen my hair, I try to do, whether it's through my products and through my shampoos and conditioners, things like that. So this one, it's a serum, it's just a little pump, a very little bit goes a very long way. Okay, so it's a little pump, and you literally, not even, I'll go ahead and do it real quick, because I don't have anything in my hair. And I don't know if you can see that, but I like barely put anything on my hand. And then I kind of do that, I kind of spread it across all 4 fingers, and then you just kind of like drag it through your hair. And you can do it when it's wet, and then blow dry it. You can do it when it's dry. I usually do it when it's dry, because when it's wet, I can't feel when it's off of my fingers. But when your hair is dry, I can tell when it's for the most part off of my fingers. And I can see it better, so I'm not putting it all in one place. And so it's nice, because then it gives you a little shine, not to mention, like, you can't see a huge difference, but you find comfort, like, I find comfort knowing that I've got some keratin in my hair. It helps strengthen. It's great for your ends if your ends get fried. Like me, I'm a blonde, and I dye my hair a lot, so it happens. So that's the first one. These are all, again, the Slav Lines, super cheap. I think $1.98, $2.98 maybe. They change, but they fluctuate. These are all under $5, guys. Super cheap. So if you need to try something, this is great if you have like naturally frizzy hair. A lot of people with curly hair tend to have that problem, or even just like really kind of unmanageable. It doesn't like to work for you a lot. This is a good one for just to kind of help smooth that out. I'm not going to tell you that it'll make it super manageable all of a sudden, because sometimes people just have crappy hair that doesn't work for them. I'm sure there are products out there to help that. I don't know that this is that to like make it overly manageable. However, it really does help smooth it out. And it's great for like touch-ups, or like kind of cleaning up your front, or you know, a part of your ponytail you need to smooth out that's like sticking up. It helps with that. The next, this one is very, very similar. It's a Suave. It's another serum. It's a styling oil, actually. But this is Moroccan infused. It's Moroccan Argan Oil, which, first of all, if you've never smelled anything Moroccan Argan Oil, let me tell you, it is the best smell. They need to bottle it and put it in a perfume, and I'm sure they have somewhere. I have yet to come across it. But that scent should be a perfume, because it's amazing. Now, most hair products smell fantastic. They do that for a reason. I think that's part of the appeal. But, oh my gosh, this is by far my favorite scent. Not my favorite product, but definitely my favorite scent. I've used it just as, like, an oil. As, like, a perfume. You put a drop and you put it behind your ears or on your wrist. Because it's just oil. It doesn't hurt you. And it just sinks into your skin. But this is a styling oil. And this is for all hair types. You can use it on any hair type. It's not so much, again, it's more of like a smooth and shine, similar to the other one. But this is Moroccan oil, and each Moroccan and Keratin, they do different things. Let me see if I can tell you the difference here. Okay, Keratin seals your hair cuticle. This helps seals your hair cuticle. It helps the shine. It helps the frizz control. It's the way it works on the cuticle. It helps hair depletion, like when it leaves it, when your hair fractures. If you look really close, and I don't know if you've ever seen a picture, but you know how if you ever have a split end, or you look super close to like one strand of hair, if you had like a magnifying glass, you would see where it starts to split and has like whole, just from over time, just combs and brushes and tools and chemicals, it happens. So Keratin does that. Moroccan Argan Oil does a similar thing. This is mostly for like fragrance. It literally says that on the bottle. Luxurious fragrance, which again, it does. But this is a good shine smoother. This is more, this is a great pre-blow dry application. This would be my pre-blow dry. This would be my after blow dry. You don't want to use too much. Again, you use about the same amount. It's also a pump. Do not use a lot because your hair will get oily fast because these are oils. So you kind of have to, you'll learn to kind of apply. This you want to apply more towards your ends because this is more of an oil, whereas this is a serum. They're basically the same thing. Don't be deceived. But this on your scalp can help it get greasy fast. So when your hair is damp and you're fresh out of the shower, use this one. Put it on your ends specifically, a little bit, you know, through your main parts of your hair right here, but try to avoid getting close to your scalp with this one. And then you let it sit for a second, comb it through, take a comb, comb it through, let it sit for a second, and then you can blow dry your hair, and it helps blow dry it really smooth. It gives it a really great shine, very nice sheen. It's fantastic. And it's just, it kind of just makes everything like you just got your hair done at a salon. It's like a salon in your house. It's a nice little touch up. It's nothing big, which is great, but it kind of makes you feel it's got that extra thing. So there's that. And then after you blow dry your hair with the Moroccan, then you can put some of this on you know, the areas that kind of like to frizz out, or if you have particular parts of your hair that are problem areas, you can do that and put it there as well. But that, again, you put on when it's dry, then you can see it. Again, do not apply very much because it'll get oily fast. And this is the last. This is also one of my faves because it's just fun. I don't know why. I just think it's fun. This is the Vibrant Shine, also Suave Professional line. It is a spray. It's just a brilliance spray. It's really all it is. It's to add a little shine and shimmer to your hair. It's as simple as that. Nothing over the top. It's not bad for your hair, which is great. But if you notice, like, it's just been sitting here. I've avoided shaking it up too much because it's like basically clear, but you see these tiny little crystals. You can kind of see, maybe if I get closer, you can kind of see the shimmery in there. If you shake it up like this, then you'll see them even more. But if you shake it up, then it kind of activates those minerals, and then you just spray it on your hair, and not super close, and again, not a ton, because too much of any product will weigh your hair down and make your hair super greasy. So kind of think of it as like a little touch up, like a spritz, kind of like you're spraying your hair with perfume almost. And so I just kind of, I'll go, let's see if I can turn this a little bit. So you take it, you spray it, and it's just like 1, 2, like that's it. And I just sprayed it, and you kind of shake your head around. I do that like as if, you know, like when you spray and like walk through it with your perfume so you don't like reek. It's kind of the same thing. I just kind of spray far away, once back, you know, once on each side, maybe once in the back, and then I just kind of like wave my head through it a little bit, and then run my fingers through it just to kind of get it in there nice, and I'm good to go. And it's great. Even if you don't even have to run your fingers through it, it's great like just as a finishing style. Like if you just did your hair, you clipped it back, and it's all nice and pretty, it just spray, and it gives it those little metallic-y, what are they called? There's a word for it. Light mineral bursts. Those little light mineral bursts, they just add a little shine to your hair. Little gloss, nothing super fancy, but it's fun, and it really does make a difference because it makes it look like you just got your hair like professionally done. All of these products do. That's why they're called Suave Professionals, because you can use them at home. You blow dry your hair if you're going out for a night, go to church. They look fantastic, and it makes you feel like you just got your hair done. So that's some of my favorite products. If you have any questions on where to find them or how to use them, or if you have ones similar to that you really like and you want to tell me about them, then I can try them. That would be fantastic. Feel free to comment. Share the video with your friends, just so that they know that there are these really cheap but awesome products that they can try and find. They also make great gifts. I really love them. They're just great. They're unusual if you have a friend that really is into hair and makeup. It's fun to like buy kind of a bunch of these and make a little basket, and so she can kind of test them out, and if she doesn't like them, she can give them to somebody else or give them to you. You know, they're cheap enough to try out that it's worth it. So that's it. Those are my products for today. I am not sure what I'm going to post about next. I will let you know. I think I'm probably going to stick in the hair care category while I'm going and talk to you about some of my shampoos and conditioners. Just a little sneak peek. There's more than one. I don't use one kind. I have several. All have different purposes. But I'll talk about those in the next video. So, see you later, guys. Share the video, likes, comments, like the page. Again, this will be posted on the blog website, so you can reference that too. See you around. Bye.